loves, it's Lacey and welcome back to our space. So today in our space, I am participating in a challenge video that is being hosted by my lovely friend Mrs.Vee over at her channel, Mrs.Vee. And what the name of this challenge is, the Food Tray Challenge. Now I have to warn you guys right off the bat, I failed this challenge. Completely failed it, but I wanted to support my girlfriend and her channel, so I'm going to do something a little bit different and I'm hoping she will not mind. What she has asked us to do is to take a tiered tray, something like this, or she has a metal, I think hers is metal tiered tray. She said a 2, 3, or 4 tiered tray. She didn't care. I have a couple other tiered trays because of course I'm extra, and I have a 3 tiered one. I don't have a 4 tiered one, but then I have another 3 tiered one. And she wanted us to decorate them with food to give her ideas on how to do them because she's hosting a Mother's Day brunch. It's a great idea. However, I was late to the party on finding out about the challenge, and I haven't had any time on my hands to be able to actually pull off the challenge with the food. Plus, this past weekend here was Chad's birthday celebration that we had. His birthday's actually on Tuesday, but his celebration was this past weekend, and so we had a big family party and friends and stuff, but we didn't have it at our house, and so I don't have any need to have a bunch of food to do a tiered tray. So I'm not going to go out and buy any to do it because I'm last minute, number one, and number two, it would be kind of a waste of food to have in our house to decorate for brunch. But I do have a tiered tray, and if I did do this, I would use this one. So instead, I'm just going to show you really quickly how, if you don't have a tiered tray, you can make your own tiered tray. How about that? Because I know a lot of people don't have a tiered tray, and you don't have to go out and buy a tiered tray. You can a lot of times just put together a tiered tray from some items that you already have in your house. Now, you know I love to thrift, and so what I have for you guys are thrifted pieces that easily make a tiered tray. And you know I'm going to start out with the cake plate. This is the cake plate I used for a couple of collaborations that I had just recently. One was the QVC light collaboration with Sharon and Zane, and I showed you guys this one that looked like a flower, and it's on a crystal candlestick. I just glued these two together and it turned out really nicely. Well, then I went thrifting and I found another candlestick, and it was 99 cents for this one, and another plate that looks like a flower. Come on, you guys, 99 cents. And if you put these two together, what do you get? A tiered tray. And I can hot glue this for like a party and then take it apart. But if you wanted a more permanent solution, you could use E6000 or Gorilla Glue, and look how pretty that is. So if you don't have a tiered tray and you want to do this, because the reason for having a tiered tray is to use vertical space instead of counter space, and that's one thing Mrs.Vee was saying. She got it so she could have more room on her counter. This is a way you can do it, and you can stack these depending on what material they are, up to 3, 4 tiers. Just make sure if you're having something like this for kids, it's not breakable, it's glued very well so they don't knock it over. And then secondly, which is my best find, because once I found out about this and I went to the thrift store, I went to see if I could find a simple tiered tray and let you guys know how much they were running at thrift stores, because I'm always looking for budget-friendly things. I never found one. I went to like 5 different thrift stores, Salvation Army, St. Vincent de Paul, and our Grace Centers of Hope. No one had tiered trays, but they did have plate racks, and I have a plate rack. I've had one forever, and that is a perfect solution to make a tiered tray. And let me show you real quickly how and why I like this option a whole lot. Okay, here you go. Here is my plate rack. Typically, these are used to store plates on or to set plates on so you can reach and get your plate at something like a buffet. All the plates are stacked up there, and you can take off individual plates to use to go and get your food. However, as you can see, it is tiered in 3 tiers, and so it will make a perfect tiered tray. And I have a plate on the bottom there, and then I also have another one of these plates, and it has a little indentation to it, and it slides in very easily, very noisily for me today, but very easily. And What I love about this is you can put plates in that are already filled with food, and then when you need to add more food, you don't have to bring the food to the stand. You can just bring another full plate and then take the plate completely off and add a full plate on, and then you won't have to sit there and spoon new things onto the plate rack because you can remove the plate altogether. Here I have the same two dishes that I had on the bottom, and like I said, they're a little bit deep so you can put more food in and they won't go over the edges. But on the top, as you can see, I have a deviled eggs tray, and I put a little bit of hot glue dots along the edge of that so it won't go anywhere. If you do have children that are going to be reaching for this, I would have them ask for assistance, but the plate is so heavy and it's glued down with sticky, it shouldn't go anywhere. But that's a great option for the top of it. Again, you can take that completely off and put another one up there that's already filled, and you don't have to actually come and put individual deviled eggs on it. And finally, for my last option here, I have a pie plate from the Target dollar spot. But this would be perfect for like dips, like salsa or cheese dip, or even fruit dip. Now what I do is I would fill this with fruit dip and take skewers and make fruit kebabs and stick them all underneath on the plates. How perfect would that be? Now I would definitely glue this down to the top and not be able to just take this plate away. So that is it for my participation in this challenge video. I know I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and I do apologize for that, but I want to thank Mrs.Vee for including me anyway. I will link her channel down below along with the playlist of all the other participants in this challenge. As soon as she has it available, please go by and show them all some love and tell them I sent you. I always want to support all of my YouTube friends, so I figure I could at least try to do something to go with this challenge, and I'm hoping she doesn't mind. Also, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, and always sharing my videos. And if you're not a member here at Lacee's Space, I promise I follow the rules most of the time. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Become a member here at Lacee's Space. I don't know why you aren't already. We have a lot of fun here. Hang out with us. Also, if you like, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Lacee's Space, the same way that it's spelled here, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, loves.